And what up, guys? Welcome back to the 2018 Music City Open. This is round one, FPO lead card footage brought to you by Howard Disc Golf. I am Will McCaskill, and I'm joined here for commentary by my good friend Sarah Lamberson.
Hey.
What up, Lambo?
Hey. Not too much.
Yeah, so beautiful day, beautiful weather. It was hot all weekend, but no rain. And we are out at Cedar Hill Disc Golf Course in Madison, Tennessee. And
yeah, I would say this is my home course. I actually bought a house in this area because I wanted it to be my home course. So it's about 15 minutes from my house, and if I'm looking to play around, it's always my first choice. I think my personal opinion is the best course in Nashville.
Absolutely. I think a bunch of our locals agree that it's the best course and call it their home course. And, and not just local favorite, but I think a lot of the touring pros echoed that sentiment. Elaine King said, tweak a few things, replace the baskets. It's her favorite course in Tennessee. So
yeah.
That was a nice compliment. We got Kelly Tucker, Kona Panis, Elaine King, Ashley Collins, and Heather Young, who this is her FPO debut. She is only 15 years old, and she is playing some incredible golf.
Yeah. So we're actually starting on hole 17, the course hole 17, because it's got a great pavilion and warm-up place.
The 10:24 a.m. starting
and
time.
Here we go. We'll see everyone.
On the
There's
tee,
Zachary
Durham, North
Yeah.
Carolina.
He did a great job
Elaine
at announcing.
He put our organizational skills to shame with his tee time announcements and everything. He's nominated for a board position on the club next year.
Very
so
cool.
I'm pulling for him.
So
Great
this
guy. He's a
hole
doctor.
is
He saves babies.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, he's a pediatrician.
Cool. So this hole is very downhill. You've got very rough woods on the left and the right. And the play is to throw something
On the tee from Rancho
stable.
Cucamonga,
I wouldn't even say
California.
overstable, just stable
Kona,
enough.
Star,
Throw it
Panis.
high right and let it fall in.
Yep.
If you throw, there's always a gusty wind down there. So if you throw something understable, chances are it's just going to take you straight into the woods on the corner.
Yep.
Elaine did a pretty good job of that. We'll see what Kona can do. She's got a lot of power.
She hyzered out a little bit.
Yeah, and she knows she did it. She turned away real fast. But actually,
That's not a horrible place to be.
No.
There's a pitch out from there.
Oh, she got
a little deep.
Pretty good skip, but a little bit roll out too. So she's kind of trapped back there behind that other
On the tee
bunch
from
of trees.
Dallas,
If you can manage to
Georgia.
hug the right
Ashley
side
Collins.
and not go into the trees, you usually will get a nice fade out towards the basket.
She's biting her disc.
There's Ashley Collins.
Yep, Ashley's out of Atlanta, Georgia. She actually stayed with me for the weekend. Great friend and
She's a lot of
competitor.
fun.
Yeah. So
And she throws really far.
Yeah, so she threw something a little too straight, actually exactly what
On
I
the
said.
tee from Chattanooga,
Either threw it a little too
Tennessee.
straight or
Kelly
understable and
Tucker.
just flew straight into those woods on the right, unfortunately. It's going to be a lot of work for her to get out of there. So Kelly Tucker from Chattanooga, Tennessee, she's a dominant flick player.
Yes. The homie Kelly, my teammate from Eat Sleep Disc, also on Team Westside this year.
Yeah. So she puts it down the hill, safe with a
On the
forehand.
tee
She might
from
be over
Kingston,
there in the woods,
Tennessee,
but she got enough
Heather
distance
Young.
from the get-go that she should have a look for her three. And then young gun, Heather Young.
Heather Young.
She's got some distance. I played with her the third round. It was really fun.
Yeah, she's a great golfer.
And she's a lefty.
Yep.
So we'll get to see some lefty lines on this course, which is always fun.
Look at her crush that.
Yeah.
Nice
so
flex.
she puts it perfect Anheuser down the corner and puts it, 10 feet away from the basket?
Yeah. Not far.
There's Dylan Young,
What up, Dylan?
Kelly Tucker's caddy. Actually, I don't think he caddied for her. He played in the event, and A.V. Franklin actually caddied for Kelly. So Ashley's got a look, just putting it down the hill, safe. If you go a little bit too far, you see all those bushes down there that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And Elaine's got a throw out from her knee.
But, man, that was an impressive shot.
Yeah, that's perfect.
From a knee.
It looks like Kelly's going to have a similar shot. We couldn't even see her.
Yep.
It looks like she got out there.
Yeah, they're all in the circle.
Kona's going to kind of have...
That's a hard place to throw from right there. She did get deep.
Oh, we're going to see... Yep, so she had to do 2 forehands to get back to the basket.
Should be putting for her 4.
Yeah. Ooh, great
Nice
putt by
from
Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those holes that you can't get... If you have a lot of distance and can get to the basket, you don't want to get too aggressive because there's a lot of junk, like just beyond where Elaine is putting from now. Oh, almost had that. If you land down there or land where Kona landed, it's going to be hard to get your 3.
Yeah, for sure. So it right in the middle,
great
dead in the heart of the center of the chains.
Yep. And we're going to see Kona clean up for her 4. She's not too happy about that, but there's a lot of golf left. Round 1, hole 1.
Yep.
Can't be too upset about that.
Nope. Plenty of golf.
Yeah.
Cedar Hill was in a really tough layout, too.
It was.
Everything was super stretched out. Hole 1, we actually even played to an alternate holes basket, so it was even longer than it usually was. But we got Elaine, Kona, Ashley, all coming up with +1, and looked like Heather was the only one with a 2.
Yep.
And we're moving on to hole 18, 570 feet, par 4, hole 2 for the event. This is another tricky one. It's downhill, kind of a dog leg off to the right into some trees. You can see how dense the tree coverage is down here with the total lack of sunlight. Heather Young taking the lead here.
Really, your play from the tee is just get out in the open.
Try and get close to the mouth of that gap down into the woods.
Yeah, just to have a placement shot. There's that big tree off in the distance that kind of looks like a head of broccoli. You want to get around there to the left, exactly where Kelly was. And then,
Kelly's looked really good.
Yeah, hope to have a shot down through the woods to get close to the basket.
You see a lot of flick drives on this hole.
Yeah, if that can hyzer out, that's going to put Elaine perfectly where she wants to be. Yep, that was a great shot.
Looking right at the mouth of the tree line there.
We'll see what kind of power. Oh, so Kona's going with the forehand.
It looks good. It's flirting with that right side.
Yeah.
But that's a great shot.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Some of those guardians on the right might give her a little trouble on her approach, but she's in good shape.
Mm-hmm. And Ashley's also opting for the flick. And we'll see where she can land.
And that looks really good.
So she puts it a little bit
short.
Higher.
Yeah.
But they should all have a look to shoot down into the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
So Heather's got kind of a tricky lefty shot. She had to turn it over and penetrate through the woods. So, whew.
Yeah, and a low ceiling.
That was a great shot by Elaine.
Yeah,
wow.
Great.
She gave herself a putt for a birdie. That's amazing.
Little too much hyzer.
Kelly going a little too high.
A little high.
And hopefully Kona can just get it down there past a bunch of these trees.
Looks like she put it
No, it looks like she kicked off to the right. Too bad.
Man, it's hard to get down all the way down the hill right there. There's a lot of thin, spindly. Wow.
And Ashley with the, what was that, like a thumber?
I think that was a thumber.
She gets down there for a look at her 3 too. That was amazing.
I love those low thumber shots. They're so much fun to watch if they skip off the top of the disc. And stuff.
Hopefully Heather can get it down there for her 4. Ooh, very sneaky.
Yeah. Great shot.
Yeah. And Kelly's going to be doing the same thing. And there's a good amount of the dirt down there is pretty packed in, so there's a lot of skipping on this green, and you can work the slide a little bit too if you throw it a little bit short.
Great putt from Kona. Oh man,
that was a great save after her unfortunately second shot.
Yeah, she arced right through that. That's a tight gap. That's like a needlehead.
Yeah. We'll see if Ashley can do the same. Oh, she gets one of those guardian trees in the front there. And, Kelly just short. See if Heather can get it in. Nope, she blows by the basket a little bit. And now we're just cleaning up.
Ching.
There we go. It's always fun watching a lefty play a course that you know really well.
Yeah.
Because I know exactly what lines I want to hit. But obviously,
to do it lefty,
yeah, and
opposite?
I don't play with a lot of lefty players, so on my home course it's going to be interesting to see what line she opts for. Elaine, always thoughtful about her putting,
Yep.
just stays true to her routine.
Treats everyone the same.
And Kelly's just going to clean up. And we're going to move on to their third hole, but hole 1 for the course.
Right. Yeah.
Ooh, great putt. That was such a great putt by
That was
Kona.
amazing.
So Elaine is 1 down. Kona and Ashley are even, and Kelly and Heather are +1. So this is hole 1 for the course. Really all you want to do is throw straight. If you have a little bit more distance, you can put it higher. Something that I like to do is throw an understable disc with a lot of hyzer and try to put it over those initial branches that you see.
Yep.
And just set yourself up for this tunnel shot. It's a very low ceiling. You've got guardian trees on the left and the right, and then once you get down to the basket, the green slopes from left to right.
Yeah, and this is a tricky hole because you've got trees on the right and the left from the mouth, and man, it seems like there are more lines to this than there actually are, because if you get off too far to the right or the left of that gap approaching the basket,
Yeah.
you can have a hard pitch in.
So it looked like Elaine put it perfectly down the center. Ashley doing the same. Ooh, that's a great shot.
Yep.
And Kona looked like she went a little bit too aggressive and hyzered out a little early where those pines are. So Heather's opting to take
Lefty magic,
the
yeah.
Anheuser understable disc. And Kelly's taking the flick shot around the corner. And that should work out for her pretty well.
Yeah, she looks like she's in a good spot.
Very sunny out there today.
Wait till you get through that gap.
And Kona doesn't have much. She's trying to throw the roller out, and unfortunately has to throw yet another roller just to get out to the middle. Kelly throwing her second shot. She's got to look. Oh, she puts it a little bit low and gets that cut roll.
Trying to avoid that ceiling.
And Heather's got some good distance on her.
Didn't flex out as much as she hoped it would.
Yep. And that's the tough part about the approach to this green. It's as
a real
you can
tight
see,
choke point right there.
Yep. But Elaine is perfectly lined up to get to the basket from there. Wow. Woo!
Nice big kick.
It looked like it might have hit the basket too.
Yeah.
That was amazing. So Kona's going to be doing... Oh, looks like she had a little bit of an early release. Unfortunately. She's not feeling it right now, but hopefully she can get back into the groove on these later holes. Oh, and Ashley has an early release as well. And
The right side is dangerous.
Yeah. And Kelly's got a tough shot through all of these little trees. Oh, and she does it.
Yep.
Oh, leaves
That
herself
roll
for a
off to
long
the right,
putt.
man.
Yeah. Man, a lot of them filter down on the right side. You've got this big snaking vine right there, and those tiny little trees.
Yeah.
I've been over there many a time, so I have experience trying to get through all these little bitty trees.
You know, I mention it a lot, but I don't think I've ever shot par at Cedar Hill.
Really?
I think my best is probably a couple strokes over.
Yeah.
But I've never had more fun getting demolished by a course. It's a really playable course.
Yeah. We got some people still trying to shoot out of the woods. And let's see if Heather can make her putt.
Nice
Yay. Very nice. Elaine just killed this hole. I mean, she just put it perfectly. Oh, Kona puts it in. Kind of a rough hole. I'm sure she's just wanting to get it done and start fresh on the next hole.
Yeah, that wasn't a super easy putt.
No.
It's nice to see her that she's able to convert from a bad start and still have the confidence to sink that longish putt.
Mm-hmm. Good putt from Ashley.
Yeah.
And Elaine is just gonna tap in. Nope. Kelly still has yet to putt. It's been a long time since we've seen Elaine. There's we go.
Elaine.
There
yeah.
she is. Like
she took a nap. She's still here.
And she drops in for her
it's
easy
like a slam dunk
birdie.
Yep.
Wow. That's how you want to play this hole, everybody. Getting the slow-mo from Ashley Collins. Very cool.
Noise. Man.
So Elaine was even. Kona +2 on the hole. Ashley and Kelly +1 on the hole. And Heather shooting a solid par.
Yeah. This is a tough one.
Yes.
Hole 2, 601 feet, par 4. This thing snakes back and forth, right to left. Multiple gaps, but lots of trees. And this got stretched out even farther. Basket is usually right across this little stream here. But they recently added 3 alternate holes to Cedar Hill. And so one of the alternate holes, that's actually the pin placement for that hole. And they just, we decided to play to that for hole 2. And it's tough.
Yeah.
There's just so many chances to get in the bush.
Your first play on this hole is exactly what Elaine looked like she did, is to get around the corner. If you're throwing backhand, you want to throw the hyzer around the corner and just get as far out there as possible. I throw something understable and just let it float. Ashley looked like she
All
did
those
that
are great
perfectly.
shots.
Yeah.
The thing here is you want to stay in the fairway with some wiggle room to either side. The closer you get to one side or the other, you are going to have a hard time progressing up the fairway.
Yeah. Kelly, unfortunately, held on for a little bit too long and clipped some of those bushes on the right, but she's still in the middle.
And that's a great shot from Kona.
Ooh, and Kona keeps it low and
nice
tight
skip
around the left. So, very good. Kelly, again, puts it a little bit low.
Trying to make up for a little bit of distance she lost, I think maybe got a little too aggressive.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
this is where everything separates, man. Any one of those trees can just stop you short.
Yep. Oh, Kelly gets some great distance on her third shot.
Absolutely. Yep.
That's perfect.
She's right down in there. She's got a nice look up the hill.
And Elaine's got a perfect shot just to get it into that tree line.
A little too much hyzer.
Yeah.
But she's down there.
She might have been just playing the placement shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe.
Just trying to get to the wider clearance area.
Kona's going to go a little bit more aggressive, try to get around the corner and closer to the basket. But, much too high. The ceiling in there is very low.
Yeah, cut down on her distance a little bit.
Yeah. We'll see if Ashley can do the same. She puts it low. Oh, wow. That was a great shot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Elaine's got to look at the basket, but there, unfortunately, are hundreds of trees between she and it. But somehow,
what
she's
trees?
Elaine
King, so.
What trees?
Yeah.
So Kona's also going to take it around the left side. And she gets it through as well.
Yeah, there's
awesome.
There's must be a gap that you can't see from the camera there.
Mm-hmm. Heather, same thing. They all kind of landed over on that left side.
Yeah. Oh,
a
little bit of a kickback.
And Kelly's just going to try to get it close.
Which she does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome up. I keep forgetting there's 5 people in this card.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal. It just the way the chips fell. We eliminated it after the first round.
And Ashley tries to throw the overhand shot, but clips a tree, unfortunately. It's going to leave her with a long
she's still
putt.
in Ashley range, though.
Yeah. Kona's got to look up the hill. A little bit too low. That was a substantial distance to cover.
It's hard to gauge that. You got to stay away from the trees, and you're going uphill.
Get it. That was a great run.
A few degrees to the right, but she had its number.
Even though this is a par 4.
Oh, Lane!
No. I am not.
I
I believe I took a 5 on this hole, and it felt like a par to me.
Yeah.
Just because of the extended
pin placement. That's not a normal.
Great putt.
It doesn't feel normal to go that far.
No.
It's like once you get to that gully, you're like, oh, finally.
Yeah.
What? I have to go up the hill again?
Exactly. So we're just going to have some cleanups here.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite hole on Cedar Hill?
Cedar Hill, that's going to be a real tough call between hole 7 and hole 17. 7 I love when I'm able to get down to the bottom of the hill. 17 is great because if you start at hole 1, by the time you have an open shot like that, it seems like a great reprieve. But
so everybody shot a 5, and that actually doesn't feel too bad.
That feels like par. Yeah.
Yeah. So hole 3, this is a very tight shot off of the tee, and then it's very far up left into the woods. I did not see any 2s on this hole. Doesn't mean it can't happen, but You have a lot of distance to carry left with a lot of trees in your way and a tight gap. So.
It's hard because you have to throw really, really straight for a long ways to get to the place where you could even approach up the hill to the basket.
Yeah.
But then you're going uphill as well, and with all that tree coverage, something that's thrown high enough.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that looked really good. Maybe lefty is the key. But if you throw high enough for it to fade towards the basket and get close, you're flirting with trees.
So Kona tries to take that route that you were just talking about, but I think...
And that's a good shot. She's just a little short.
Yeah.
I think the key is you have to be able to, like on a backhand, right-hand backhand, you've got to be able to throw with a lot of power, something that's really overstable, that's going to make it down that gut high enough to fade strongly towards the basket.
Yeah.
Maybe get a skip.
And Ashley had the right idea, but she just hit one of those early trees. And we'll see what the forehand play is here. Oh, Kelly gets it a little bit early, but she gets quite a roll.
She's heading to the other pin. She would have been parked.
But she'll have a look for her 3.
That's a tough line for a predominantly forehand, right-hand player.
Yep. And Kelly's just trying to get it close.
Yeah.
Hits another guardian tree.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. And Heather's just going to try to pitch it up the hill. Oh, she's got a great look for her 3. Yeah, that was perfect placement.
That kid can play.
She can, yeah.
I would say definitely be on the lookout for Heather Young in future big tournaments.
Oh, Elaine. No, even worse.
Go back up.
Oh, she had a perfect placement for her 3, and probably just a little mental mistake. Hit that little tree.
Great run for Kona. Yeah, it's so rare to see that things turn out like that for Elaine King. Because,
get it? Oh.
Yeah, way to recover.
It didn't even matter.
Yeah, it's tough. It's weird to see her play like that kind of thing happen to her because she's so practiced.
Yeah.
And she's so tuned in all the time.
Yeah.
But that's the nature of these technical courses, man, is there are things that can happen that are somewhat beyond your control. Kelly just seems like she's just putting a little aggressive.
That's kind of her putting style, though.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like a little cannon.
Yeah. So Ashley with her little comebacker. Yeah, this is a hole that you definitely want to take your par. If you try to get a little bit too aggressive, it may not work to your benefit, but you will not be losing any or many, if any, strokes on your field if you just take par on this hole.
Absolutely.
So hopefully Kelly can put her comebacker in, and she can. Her caddy's got an itch on his head.
Apparently. Man, that's a tough shot for a lefty.
It is, yeah.
That was impressive to watch.
So we got Kona, Elaine, and Heather all taking their pars, and Ashley and Kelly +1.
And hole 4, this is 321 feet, par 3. This used to be a little more challenging. There was a tree right in the middle of the fairway, right off the tee pad, that has succumbed to disease and weather. So now it's a pretty straightforward shot. Predominant approach is just to go down the right side and fade in towards the basket on the left.
Yeah, it's another one of those holes that you have to go straight for a really long time.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to throw something really overstable because that's just going to skip you into the woods on the left. And this hole's very skippy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And those trees on the left are really close together and kind of spindly. So, a desirable shot really is just throw something straight up the right-hand gap that can settle about pin high, and then you're looking at the basket.
So Kona...
Little low.
She gets it a little bit low and too much hyzer. Looks like Ashley might be throwing a mid-range. Can't tell.
I wouldn't be surprised. She's got a lot of power.
Yeah. So she...
Well, that looks really good.
Yeah.
Just like what I was talking about, trying to get pin high.
So that was a perfect shot.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, nice skip and roll up right to the basket. She's got a putt.
Yep. And Kelly again with the forehand play. I think she's trying to play the flex shot around
there is a gap on the left.
Yeah, where the other pin placement is. Kona's got some work to do. This island of trees between her and the basket, but
that's a good looking shot.
She executes perfectly. Yep. Yeah. And Elaine, same thing, has to hyzer around the little island of trees. That was perfect as well. Yep. Oh, disc buddies.
Making minis.
Kelly has the opposite problem. She has to hyzer it around the left side of the trees, and it looks like she puts a little bit deep right.
Yeah.
And we've got a pitch out.
Don't do it. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Kelly throwing the pancake. I've actually seen her make some of these putts before.
Yeah,
so.
I have too.
I would not have been
It's just
surprised.
those branches. I don't think she took those into account that they would come into play as much as they did. That was a good
there you
putt.
go.
Yep, right over the top.
That was a knee knocker.
Yep. A little shaky.
Yeah. So Ashley's hopefully going to, convert
Nice
on her
putt from
too.
Ashley, and then
Great birdie.
Elaine and Kona. No, Elaine. Yeah.
There we go. Heather's tapping in. A birdie on any of these holes feels good.
Oh, absolutely. Cedar Hill's punishing.
It is.
Playing well out there feels incredible.
And that was a great par by Kona. It's just from where her drive was that she was able to get it around to the right through all those trees and still save her par. Pretty good.
Yeah. Ashley taking the birdie and Kelly Tucker going one over. Everybody else staying even for that hole.
So hole 5, this is actually one of my favorite holes too. It's very uphill. It doesn't look as uphill on the drone coverage. But you've got these downed pieces of wood, plank
kind of
or something. Yeah. And you have to, if you don't get high enough to get over those, then you're in trouble.
They will kick you right back down the fairway.
Yeah. I guess in this
and
pin
it's a tight
placement,
gap.
the pin placement is over to the right. So obviously it's a little bit better if you miss left. But it's a very low ceiling and you're throwing uphill. So the play for me, I throw a very understable sidewinder straight, and if it turns over to the right a little bit, then I'm happy. But these girls are having a little bit of trouble. Kona's going to try the sidearm.
And that, if you had the sidearm to get up that hill, that's probably the shot.
It just looked like her angle of approach was a little bit off, so she hit that tree, unfortunately. And Kelly, same thing. I think she aimed for the same tree, but she got a kick over to the left side of the fairway.
Yeah. Which could potentially make the next shot a little easier.
Yep.
Give you a little more wiggle room.
Nice. So she makes a lot of headway on that shot. Oh, and Heather with the forehand.
Jeez,
wow.
Man. It's like all of her shots are just so improbable, and they're beautiful to watch.
And she puts it pretty close to the basket. Yeah. So Kona doesn't have too bad of an approach shot. She's has to get out of the tree line there. And Ashley lands very close to Kona.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah. That looked good. Puts it pretty close to the basket, I would say. Elaine's right in the middle of the fairway.
Sit out. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's...
she's right next to the basket.
Perfect.
Don't hit your head.
Kona's got a jumper. Ugh. It's hard to be aggressive on this, too, because it slightly slopes down the hill, and there's a lot of bushes.
Well, and there's a reason we call this Cedar Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, I think some of the only tournaments I've ever been a part of that you saw the 2-meter rule in place were at Cedar Hill.
Oh, because but they're not anymore.
Luckily. No, not anymore.
Yeah.
But, ancient history. But it's kind of, when it was available, it was almost beneficial for Cedar Hill because you can get caught in those thick, spiny branches. Low ceilings on just about every hole out here.
For sure. And we got Heather tapping in. And, Elaine was very close to the basket on her approach shot. That was awesome. And so was Ashley. Got the slow-mo from Kona. Very nice. And we had 3 bogeys and 2 pars, so definitely another one of those holes that you just want to take your par.
Everybody just kind of trading back and forth.
Yeah.
Hole 6, 335 feet, it's par 3. This one's weird, man. Real hardcore dog leg to the right. Goes from flat ground to straight downhill, and the basket is precariously perched on quite the precipice.
Wow.
A lot of...
that was an alliteration if I ever heard one,
Was that phonetically pleasing enough for you guys? Yeah.
So the play here, if you don't have a sidearm, which I don't, and Elaine, you don't see Elaine throwing a lot of sidearms, it's just a mid-range or putter shot just around the corner.
That's all I ever try to do. I just try to get to the angle.
This is a great lefty hole, though, so I'm excited to see what Heather does. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she gets a little more aggressive because there is some skippage that can happen down there.
Yeah. Doesn't look like she got high enough to get very down the hill, but...
She's still looking down the gut of the basket. And that is a really...
Oh!
See, man, I've seen some great successful shots hugging that right side on the sidearm.
We'll see if Kelly can do it.
A little bit high, but yeah, she's getting down the gut.
Great.
Yeah, great shot from Kelly.
Looks like Kelly had the best shot of them all. So if you land short of the dogleg fairway, you have to throw through a million trees.
Yes, and it's sharp downhill.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like it on the footage, but there's a significant downgrade past the basket.
That tree was probably... Oh, okay. That wasn't close enough to the basket to save her from going all the way down the hill.
Right.
But funny enough, I actually had a throw-in for a 2 on this hole. Actually, almost exactly what Elaine just did. I threw it in for a 2.
Dang, girl.
We just high-fived.
Yeah, that was
I think that was my proud moment of the weekend. But Heather just playing a little too safe there, throwing it a little low. And, same thing with Kelly. It's tough to go for this basket and this green because it's just so downhill. It just drops off after the basket. So Kona being a little bit safer. Oh, Heather just laying up.
Yep,
That's a good play.
Playing golf, man.
Someone over there Sasquatching from the woods.
That happened a lot that weekend.
Yeah. And she's out.
Yep.
Kelly got her close enough to be able to
nice.
Make her putt. Good job. And Elaine's got a little bit of a tester here. But she's Elaine King, so she does what she does and puts it in the basket.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah. And everyone's close enough that they can just tap in from here. Yeah, playing with Heather the third round was really cool because her whole family was out there.
Yeah, I got to talk to the Youngs. They were really cool people.
Yeah, her sisters were following around taking a lot of pictures and being very supportive. It was really cool.
And awesome to see, such a young person making their pro debut play so well.
Yeah,
it was
definitely.
Impressive. So, right here we've got a couple bogeys, Kona, Ashley, and Heather. Everybody else taking part on that, right? Or was there a party? Yeah.
So hole 7, this is, I would say, the signature hole on Cedar Hill. It's downhill, low ceiling if you're off to the left or the right. You want to get past this downed log that we're about to take you over.
That's kind of like the landing zone is anywhere near that log, because then you still have a chance to play out.
Right. Then you want to get to this open field, and from there it's off to the right. It's a pretty. If you don't get off the tee,
it's a tough par 4.
Yes. If you don't get off the tee, then you're kind of doomed.
Getting to the log.
Ooh, that looked good.
Yeah, she's right on track, and that right side has been cleared out a lot, so there are some lines down there, but. Getting to the log at the bottom of the hill feels incredible.
Yeah.
On your drive.
So Kelly puts it a little bit low. It's a scary tee shot.
Man, it's such a narrow fairway, and the slope I think makes it even easier to get kicked off really easily deep on the right or the left.
Yeah.
And so she's in a safe spot.
Yeah, Heather turns it over a little bit, but she's right in the middle, so right where you want to be. Ashley putting it right down the middle. And she's off to the left, but...
She's in the clear.
Good placement. Yeah. And Kona's going for this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Dang. Just a little bit off. Early release off into the left, and she's going to probably just pitch out. Oh.
See.
Nope.
That's what you want to do.
Yep. She just threw a roller, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it worked out great. I've seen it work out really bad, too.
Yep. So, again, if you don't hit the gap off of the tee, you're pretty much just... Oh.
Another roller.
Wow. Heather just pulling out all the stops.
And she got over the log.
Oh my gosh.
She just straight up bounced over that log out into
amazing.
the open fairway. That's great.
So Kelly's going to throw her third shot. Oh, and she throws it a little bit too high and flutters down.
Low ceiling.
Kona throwing her third shot. Her flick looks really good. Yeah. And she's out to the open too. Yeah. It's beautiful. Another flick. Ooh, go.
Real aggressive, and it pays off.
Yep.
She's very close.
Yeah, she got around the corner
on her
perfectly.
way to the pin.
Oh, wow. So Elaine got far enough down the fairway
over
to the right.
To one of those new gaps that are down there.
That she got a gap.
And that's a great shot. Man, she's got...
She'll be perfectly set up for her 4, maybe a long 3. Oh, wow. Kelly throwing a turnover backhand. I know she's been practicing that a little bit, so it looked good.
Yeah, she's in the open, looking straight at it.
Heather getting around a bunch of those guardian trees, and looks like she put it close to the basket.
Yeah, she's in the circle.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Kona putting it close. And Ashley with her little ultimate forehand.
Right.
Oh, man, that would be such a good 3. But taking a 4 on this feels great. All right, so Heather's got a long putt for her 4. Wow, great putt.
Wow.
That was an amazing par.
Man, this kid is a chain smoker.
Yeah. She should feel really good about that.
Absolutely.
That was awesome. And Kona's got... Oh, very nice.
Very nice putt.
Kelly is also going to have a long look.
Nice
Very
putt,
nice.
Kelly.
She's very happy about that.
Yeah, absolutely. She should be. It's a good shot. Smash putting it in. Elaine cleaning up.
Elaine with her basically drop in 4.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Nice and clean. All right, so we've got Kelly with a +2, Kona taking a lone bogey, and Elaine, Ashley, and Heather with a par. So we are looking at the current leaderboard after the front 9. And stay tuned. We'll be coming back with the footage of the back 9. And thanks to Howard Disc Golf once again. Thanks to Sarah for joining me, hanging out. Always a pleasure.
We'll catch you on the back 9.
Yep.
Let's make a change. Let's make a change. Let's make a change.